Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV, and in this video we're going to detail a brand new product for 2011 that fits really nicely into our road and track protection segment of our product here at RevZilla.com. This is the Leatt STX Neck Brace. Now most folks know Leatt from the dirt and off-road world. They invented the neck brace. They've been a leader in that category for a very long time. And what the neck brace does is it transfers extreme loads from your helmet, from your neck, onto your body, so it's going to guard your neck in a crash situation. What's different about the STX is it's built for road and track riding. So you can see on Jason, we have a few key differences with the Leatt STX versus a Leatt Club or a Leatt GPX brace. The biggest difference is it's meant to sit on top of your jacket. So Jason has a textile jacket here, could be a more upright riding position, more touring oriented. This is also designed to work over a leather, over a sport hump, to sit on top of your leathers for the racetrack. And what this is going to do is basically it's designed to protect your head and neck in the 5 main types of impact that are going to create different types of forces around your head. So it's hyperextension, hyperflexion, axial loading, and all of these types of extreme crashes or energy forces are going to push your head in directions that could transfer energy to your cervical spine. And what this is going to do is allow that energy to get transferred to the less vulnerable places on your body. So let's talk about key differences outside of just sitting on top of the jacket. The first one you're going to notice is in the portion of the Leatt that sits against your body, there's a cutout to accommodate a zipper. Now again, it's not meant to go directly against your body under the jacket, it's meant to get over top. So you're going to need that cutout there so it doesn't create a pressure point. If you notice the table angle, turn to the side for me, Jason. The table angle on the STX is slightly different than the Leatt brace for the off-road use. And the difference here is whether you're in the upright position or if you're in an extreme tuck for a race position, you're going to need to have a slightly larger range of motion to be looking up through your windscreen as well as doing head checks. So the angle's different. It actually sits much closer to the body as well, where the off-road brace is going to sit a little higher. Turn completely backwards for me. Now this is another key difference. This is one of the biggest key differences. Now on a typical Leatt, you'd see a thoracic support which comes down the center of the spine, and it's a single point of pressure that's going to sit against your back. What they've done in the STX is they've added these 2 scapular wings. There are 2 reasons here. The first one is even on an on-road jacket like we have it on Jason, you're going to see that it's going to come down, there's going to be a back pad here. It could be a hard protector, could be a CE level 2, or just a piece of back foam. If you had that single thoracic support, it's going to sit really funny. It's going to be harder to adjust it. And again, over top the jacket, it's a little different. So what they've done is added these adjustable wings that are going to be the pressure points are going to sit over top your shoulder blades or your scapula, and this is where the force is going to be directed. Now these, you notice here the way that they're built. On the back here you have your rear table as well as these wings. They'll all shear off with 55 pounds of force. So if you get yourself into trouble, if you face plant, they're going to break away at a certain point so they don't dig into your back. Turn back around for me, Jason. Also notice the way that they were cut out will accommodate a speed hump. Similar protection here from Leatt, similar features you see carrying through as we have our dual closure system. Note they're in red to call out the ability to take them off for an EMT. The STX, just like the off-road version, or the Club or the GPX, is going to come with 4 adjusters. Jason's actually wearing a large. The table itself comes in 3 sizes. It's going to come in a small, medium, and a large, extra large, and then a 2X on up. Jason's 5'9", 180 pounds. He has about a 40-inch chest. He's wearing the large size table. I'm actually a little bit broader. I'd wear the large size table as well. There's a lot of adjustability here. The last thing I want to talk about before we pull this guy off and I show you some of the adjustability here on the table is the way that the table of this brace is set up in the front and the back. Notice it's hard CE rated thermoplastic, but then it has a textured foam element on top. The foam element really serves 2 purposes. One, it adds as extra shock support. It's going to absorb energy, but the second mechanism here is the fact that it's textured. If your helmet comes in contact, if your head is actually rotating, this foam is going to bite onto the hard plastic of your helmet, and it's actually going to slow it down. If it was a hard or smooth plastic, it could actually accelerate the helmet in a twist or torsion. But what it's going to do is it's going to grab it and it's going to aid in slowing it down. So now that we have the Leatt STX off of Jason, we have it on the table, you can see the key differences here if you're comparing this against the off-road models. Different angle of the table. It's meant to sit lower on your body. It also is non-adjustable table. But there are 5 points of adjustment here. So you have a few different sizes. You have 4 different size spacers that come with the Leatt. And what that's going to do is it's going to give you additional room front to back around your neck. And as we showed, it's really easy on, easy off here. So it would slide out this way. You'd use the included Allen to pull this pin, and then you just put the spacers in. Oh, there you go, just like that, to either make it larger or make it a smaller connection here in the front. Past that, there are 4 other different areas of adjustment. You want to be able to micro adjust this so it sits against your body flatly, it's comfortable, but it's in the right position, again, giving you that correct range of motion for your helmet. It shouldn't be a hindrance at all. You should really only know you're wearing the Leatt when a crash happens, when it does its job. It's kind of a passive piece of riding equipment here. So as I flip this guy over, I'm going to show you the different areas of adjustment here on the bottom. The first one is here, it would sit atop of your clavicle. You have 10mm pieces that allow it to sit lower that are going to go right here against your body. And you can pull those off. They're either on or off. They come right off just like that. Now, if we move on to a scapular wing, there are 3 different areas of adjustability here for the scapular wing. Come to the side here. There's forward and back. And notice this piece that's hanging. I left it open so I could show you forward and back, but what you do is when you find the right setting, you just pop it in place and tension holds it there. It snaps in. It's actually difficult with your finger to get off. You'd want to use the Allen. You could just pop it right up. The scapular wing itself, I'm going to put this guy down. The scapular wing itself actually has 2 different outside of front and back angles and heights that it can go to. So you have a single screw here. You pull this screw out. Whoop. And once it's out, it's going to allow me to both adjust the angle as well as the height. So as you can see from the side, now with that screw out, I can adjust the height of where it's going to sit on my body. But there's an angled piece that I'm going to pull out here. Notice this angled piece. And what you do is you'd adjust the height of where you want it to sit, and then you move the wedge, and you put the wedge in either behind so that it sits a little bit closer or more concave to your body, or you'd put it out and you put the wedge in front, and that's going to give you a little bit more flair if you're a guy that has a pretty broad back, front to back wise. So as you can see, we talked about it. These rear wings are going to have 55 pounds. They're going to shear off as well as the back table. It's a safety feature to make sure it doesn't get in the way. The big thing you want to know here is that when you're measuring your body, you want to measure over top of the jacket that you're planning on riding in to make sure you get the correct size Leatt so it'll fit over your gear. For touring or for track use, this is going to be really a next generation type product fitting into that mix for the aggressive rider or the long distance tourer that wants wants upgraded neck protection in a crash situation on the road, depending on their riding style. If you have any questions about the Leatt STX, shoot us a line at cs@revzilla.com or 877-792-9455. Like I said, it starts at $395 for this color. There's also a Jason Britton model that's all blacked out that's over $400. But it's really kind of a game changer here in the street world. As always, it's over $39. We're going to ship it for free. If you need to get a different size, use our size chart, but send this guy back to us. We'll ship you the size exchange for free. You can earn TeamZilla cash on this, which will help you save some money on your next order. And as always, if you just want to return it, send it back to us. There's never a restock fee here at RevZilla.com. Once again, this is the new for 2011 Leatt STX Road Neck Brace, available at RevZilla.com/Leatt. We'll see you next time on RevZilla TV.